Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, enjoying the playoffs here coming to an end. It's been a good
I
run.
know it has been a crazy playoff. I did not expect what was expected in these playoffs.
I don't think anyone did. I mean, people could have said Boston, but Dallas definitely surprised me. They made it pretty far, and I guess injuries took a lot of turns in the playoffs.
Yeah,
A lot of different injuries on different teams, so you can't really call that one out ahead of time.
yeah. 'Cause I thought the Timberwolves were gonna beat the Dallas Mavericks, but Dallas really surprised me and they came out on top.
Yeah, right. That was a crazy series. Every single game. I only watched one or two, but every single game just surprised me the way Dallas was able to just get after them. I thought there was a total mismatch, but I was wrong. I don't watch enough Dallas basketball for sure.
I know, and Boston is playing really good right now in the finals, leading the series 3-0. Boston is really good. They got really good defense. They got really good shooters. They can pass it out anywhere on the floor. And Boston, it just has the better team right now than Dallas.
100%. Yeah, their defense has been unreal. Like the way they're just like their Drew Holiday has been so huge for them. And I honestly think he could even be considered as Finals MVP, which would be very tough to give considering how big Tatum and Brown are and how good they've been. But wow, he's been unreal for them. And just like him, Jalen on defense, they're just killing Kyrie on the perimeter.
So I'm going to do a recap of Game 1. Game 1, Boston was out to a hot start, giving Jalen Brown 22 points, Allen Horford 10, and then Jason Tatum 16. Jason Tatum had lots of assists the first game. He was passing it out. Not his best game, but Jalen Brown really stepped it up for the Boston. That's how they got Game 1. It's because their defense and their offense was playing really good. And then Dallas, on the other end, was not playing that good. Kyrie cannot hit that much shots. He only had 12 points. Luka carrying the team, but Luka was not enough for Dallas to get the win. What do you think about Game 1?
How many did Luka have in game one?
He had 30, so he carried the team pretty much.
So Kyrie didn't really show up that game then? Was that the game Kyrie didn't?
Kyrie, yeah, he only had 12 points.
Yeah, see, that's tough. I think the only way they win games is they both got to be 35 points plus. They have to both be outstanding, and for that to do that the whole series is hard. You don't see it too many times. So yeah, I don't know, and even that just shows you Boston's depth too. Like you saying, Tatum didn't even have his best shooting game, but he could just step back, get some assists, and they have guys that could get buckets. So that's a finals team right there.
Yeah, because Boston just has more players they can look to. Dallas only got Kyrie. Maybe they got Derek Lively when the Counts, and they got maybe Tim Hardaway, but it's mostly Kyrie and Luka that are the prime shooters for Dallas, and Luka can only contribute what he can contribute, and then the rest of the team has to step up.
Yeah, and he's gonna play every minute of the game for them to have any chance, and he knows that. And I think I actually seen something about that, how they're trying to put him in every pick and roll and stuff like that, because I guess it is obvious now when you think about it. It's yeah, if he's doing everything on offense, even if he's not shooting the ball, he's setting everything up for Dallas, and he's playing every minute and doing everything on the offensive end. Yeah, he's a target on the defensive end, and they're going at him. And that's something I didn't really pick up on, but I just seen a report on it, how Boston's been targeting him. And that's a good coaching play by Boston.
The Dallas played a little bit better in the second game. You can see them in the first quarter, they were leading a little bit, and then they kind of let slip in the third and the fourth, and Dallas, that's why they're down 3-0. But last night, Kyrie did play really good. So going into Game 3 now, Kyrie showed up last night, and Luka showed up too. It was a good game. Boston was up 20, lost their lead down in the third quarter. Dallas almost made a comeback, but wasn't enough for them to get a win. What do you think about Game 3?
It was a great game, and Kyrie performed. He did exactly what everyone was saying he was doing wrong. And I don't know, that one was it's just scary for Dallas, because they in that stretch they gave it their all. That was Dallas's probably some of their best performance right there they got in them, and it still just kind of fell up short at the end. I'd missed the end of the game, but I heard Luka fouled out, which kind of led to that.
Yeah, he fouled out, which you cannot do in finals games.
No, that's tough.
Yeah. It was just surprising because they almost came back. That was a must win for Dallas. Win at home too. Now they're going back home on Friday for the fourth game. I don't know. I feel like Boston is looking to get the sweep here.
I totally agree. That was a must win, because it's just such a mental thing too. Like 2-1, you just like they're still so in it. But 3-0 is just like to get over that 3-0 wall now is just. I don't think any team's done it if I'm not wrong. Like that's such a hard.
Like nobody in NBA history has come back from 3-0. So it would be very impressive if Dallas was the first team to do it. But I don't know. I don't think Dallas is ready enough for that. They need more help offensively.
I agree. Especially with a team like Boston, how well-rounded they are. The chances of Boston not getting one more game in the next 4, if it would go to that, is like, I can't even see it happening. I think the series is closed. But I'd like to see Dallas make it a little more interesting. Maybe grab 1 or 2. That'd be awesome.
Maybe do the 4-1, but maybe they'll get 2 games in them. But I don't know. They gotta really play though. They gotta really play good.
Yeah, I could see them totally grabbing that game. The next game, I could see them getting that one at home, and then for Boston fans, that'd be nice too, and then finish it off in Boston the game after. I could see that happen.
Yeah, if Dallas wants to avoid the sweep, they need to win tomorrow.
I did see one thing. So I was just gonna talk about how like what Dallas could even do differently. I did see one thing that I think it was Tim Hardaway. His like shooting percentages so far in the playoffs or in the finals have just been like awful, and he was like such a key asset to their whole season. So hopefully like he could step up for them, but that's something I never really watched too into. But I just seen that he's been playing pretty poorly for them.
They just need to have better offensive and defensive because Boston, like you said, they're so well-rounded. They can like pick it up from the floor, pass it out to the next shooter because they got Derek White. Derek White's a good shooter. Al Horford's a good shooter. They got every player on their team can shoot threes.
Shoot threes, and everyone can play defense too. You know, that's like a team's dream right there. They're just they're good rounded.
Defense wins championships, and that's what Boston is doing right now. They got probably the best defense I've seen in the NBA. And they're showing that right now against Dallas.
Yeah, exactly. And the different threats. I think like Drew Holiday, one game, he was a top scorer. Jason Tatum, I think, and Brown both had over 30 last night. Against a team like Boston, like you need defense. Like you have to be very, very well rounded on the perimeter, inside. You gotta be all over. So I think Timberwolves would have probably matched up better with Boston, right?
I feel like it would have been like Game 7 series between Boston and Timberwolves because Timberwolves also have a nice rounded team too, where they can pass it to everybody and everybody does exceptionally well.
Yeah, exactly. But matchups are a whole nother thing. Like. I mean, Dallas absolutely just kind of destroyed the Timberwolves, so we can't even say that. Got to give Dallas their credit too, right? But they're kind of letting down what they had going on against the Timberwolves right now. It's like no one's really as into it as like normal years, or like it's kind of just everyone kind of has that same vibe right now. Like, okay, we kind of know
who's gonna win. It's not really the finals I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be like a tense finals. I thought we were gonna see like Dallas wins 1, Boston wins 1. I thought it was gonna go back and forth between those 2 teams, but it's not. One team is in cruise control.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's too bad for the finals. No one wants to really see that, except for Boston fans.
Playoffs, though, we did see some good Game 7s. Nuggets and Timberwolves Game 7 was really good.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I think the next one went down to a Game 7. If I'm not wrong. There were a couple, I'm sure.
Yeah, a couple of them went.
Pacers. Yeah. So we got our fair Game 7's fair share, but we'll see. I feel like the last time, sometimes we totally get surprised here. I know last podcast we did, we were talking about before. I think it was before Timberwolves and Dallas.
Yeah.
Or like mid-series, and we were both saying kind of like the same thing right now. We were like, oh yeah, Timberwolves are gonna win this series like for sure in like 5 games, like 6 games max. Yeah. And we were completely wrong, right? We got surprised there.
Yeah, we were totally wrong about the whole thing.
Yeah, which I was shocked. So that's still the NBA. We never know. Dallas could sneak one, and then they could steal one at home, and then it's a 3-2 series, right? And then it's just 2 games. So you never,
We never know. Dallas can make history. But you never know. Dallas can play really good, but right now, the last 2 games, Luka was playing 1-on-5, basically. Playing by himself out there.
Yeah, they need support. And Kyrie gave support yesterday. It almost worked. They need a little bit more support.
Yeah, they almost came back.
Yeah.
See, that's how Kyrie should play every night.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of adjustments. Like, they're guarding him so tight. The switches, like, they're all over him on the perimeter. I've seen a couple of videos of just, like, Jaylen Brown's defense on him. Like, they're swarming him. And if he's not hitting the tough shots, like, they're making it really tough on him. Like, they should.
In the third quarter last night, it was 93-90. and just too many loose turnovers and too many missed open shots that Dallas had to hit to make the comeback, and they just couldn't hit those shots.
Yeah, and that's so huge. The end of a finals game, you got to be tight. Like end of the season, like you got those all got to be going.
Well, we'll see tomorrow if Boston takes it or if Dallas stays one more and continues.
Yeah, I'll for sure have to tune into that one. I've been missing a couple of them, but that should be a good game.
Everybody
Yeah.
on the Boston Celtics are extraordinary, really good. Their path to get here, people say, was not good, but it's not their fault. Other teams got injured.
Yeah, right. I seen a video like that too. They showed like Giannis's injury, then Jimmy Butler's injury, then Dame's injury, and like on the Embiid's injury, and then the Boston Celtics in the finals. But like they're playing so good, like you can't. And
they're a good team, no matter what team they play. And last night they honored Jerry West, who sadly passed away. Rest in peace, Jerry West.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, he was a 10-time All-Star. He was a really good player back in the day. Got the name Clutch Time. He's also the logo too. He's the NBA logo.
Right. I was gonna say his name sounds so familiar. Like I've heard of him, but I don't know what he was big for. But
And another legend too, like Bill Walton, sadly just passed away a couple days ago too, because Bill Walton was also our 2-time champion.
oh wow, what team did he play for?
He played for the Trailblazers and he played for the Celtics, I believe too. Yeah, so I think that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you for joining the podcast. Hopefully, we see a good game 4.
Yeah, hopefully, and I'm excited to see you win Finals MVP.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for having me. Always good.
Yeah, well, I'll do like a finals, whoever wins Finals MVP podcast if you want to join.
Sure.
And we'll do like a game 4 highlight reel.
All right, sounds good.